What's going on Facebook Live? I know it's been a long time since I did one of these Facebook Lives here. This is the I Believe code. We're going to get started. Probably next couple of minutes, so grab a pen and paper. This is going to be an amazing night for each and every one of you that really understands the belief code, the I Believe code. I know you guys heard of the Da Vinci Code, but this is going to be the I Believe code, all right? So let everybody know to jump on. Let's rock and roll. I think we've got so far, all right, we got 68. Alrighty, good deal. Well, welcome once again, Facebook Live, all friends and family out there. Appreciate you guys coming on. We're starting right on time. This is the I Believe code. We're going into the new year, 2018. What an incredible year it was. That is what we said about 2017, and boy, has it been an incredible 2017. So we're expecting even greater things to happen in 2018. We're expecting God to continue to move in a mighty way in our lives, and super excited about everything that's taking place right now, not just for me, but for each and every one of you in your lives. And watching the growth that's happening and everything that you're doing, it's just incredible to watch what is already taking place in 2017. But I can tell you right now, 2018, and it's not just because it's a new year, I believe that you can actually make a difference and make a change at any point that you want to do it. It doesn't have to be the new year, but there seems to be this collective thought process that the entire world has, that things could change the moment the new year comes around. And I think it's that collective thought process that really drives people to make incredible decisions to change things in their lives, whether it's in their family, whether it's in their health, whether it's in their finances. People make those decisions going into the new year. But you can make that decision tonight. I'm going to be covering what I call it the I Believe code. I was in Mexico, and I was speaking to a group of entrepreneurs. There's probably about 3,000 people in the room, and I just said it on stage. I said, I'm going to give you guys the code. That was the very first time that I had ever called it that. And I said, you know what? I don't know if everybody was there, or I don't know if everybody, obviously everybody wasn't there, but I'm sure that everybody could benefit from what it is I'm going to share with you right now. No matter what you're involved in, I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs that actually follow along with me on Facebook or Instagram, whatever business that you're in. I promise you that you could actually utilize this code to accomplish the goals and the dreams that you have for yourself. So I'm going to kind of take you through the whole entire process tonight. We did an I Believe challenge, and we had quite a few people actually take that challenge. It was a 21-day I Believe challenge where we really went in depth when it comes to everything that has to do with believing at a whole nother level. And to watch each person, their business continue to explode, their life continue to explode, it's just amazing to see that people that were able to take that challenge continue to grow in their belief system. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this, and my hope is that you're taking notes. All right, you're taking notes on this. Is obviously going to be posted, so you'll be able to go back and rewatch it. This means a lot to me because I remember growing up. For me, this really started as a kid. Most of you know, both my parents are pastors, so I grew up in church. I was in church 8 days a week. So there's a lot of word that's been invested in my life. And as I continue to get older, I could see that the things that I was taught as a young kid start to really manifest itself in my life. Most of you know my story. Started out trying to finish school. That didn't work out. Got involved in network marketing. Failed my first 4.5 years, and then things just exploded. Became a millionaire at 27, and it's just the rest has been history since then. We're 34 now, and man, it's just absolutely amazing. I could trace everything back to this one word, believe. And I want to give you guys the code. All right, but before I give you the code, because the code is it's a combination. All right, it's a combination, and there's some steps that you can take. But you've got to become fanatical about this. You've got to become obsessive about what it is I'm going to share with you right now. And it's going to take an enormous amount of focus. All right, this code right here is going to take an enormous amount of focus, ladies and gentlemen, because in life there are going to be so many challenges that come up in your life. There'll be challenges in your business. There'll be challenges in your personal life. There'll be challenges with your family. There'll be challenges with so many things. But that doesn't take away, that should not take away from your ability to place if you're still in line with what it is that God has actually called you to do. And I think everybody has been called to make an impact on another human being. I think that's why you've been put on this earth. How can you make a difference in someone else's life? And that's what's exciting about this, right? That's what's exciting about you coming on this Facebook Live tonight to hear this, because you're going to get this information, but I don't want you just to get it for yourself and use it for yourself. I want you to get it. I want you to apply it, but then I also want you to share it. I want you to give it to other people. And you don't have to give it to them through me. You can give it to them through yourself. When you take the information and you apply it and you see that it's working for you, don't hesitate in sharing this with people. It may not be a Facebook Live, or it may be a Facebook Live. It may be a one-on-one sit down with that person. You say, hey, look at this process here that I started following 90 days ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, 6 years ago. And look at what's happened in my life because I followed this particular steps here, this code, this I Believe code. I said it earlier. You guys have heard of the Da Vinci Code. This is the I Believe code. All right. Now, I'm going to start this out with some basics when it comes to belief. I believe that there are 3 sides to your belief system, okay? So we'll just call this the pyramid of belief. You can call it the triangle of belief. All right, we'll call it the triangle offense here, okay? There are 3 sides to it. Now, if I asked you what was the most important side or part of this particular pyramid right here, most of you would agree with me that it's the foundation that's the most important part. And there's 3 parts to your belief system. And that foundation starts with God, okay? He's the foundation of your belief system, because everything I'm going to share with you tonight, that is going to be the basis that we're going to come from. All right? That is going to be the basis that we're going to come from. That is going to be the foundation, so to speak, okay? All right? Want to make sure we're good? Everybody good? All right. That is going to be the foundation, ladies and gentlemen, from where it is that we come from. All right, and some of you may believe in God, some of you may not. I'm sure you believe there's a higher power, whatever you want to call it. I call him God. I call him Jesus, okay? It's my Facebook Live, so I can say what I want to say, okay? But that is the foundation of it. Now, once you understand that, Then it's going to be you, all right? The belief system that you have about you, okay? And then, and this is really self-confidence, okay? That's self-confidence. Now, the self-confidence that you have is not rooted in your ability, all right? The self-confidence that you should have should be rooted in your understanding of who He is, okay? Of who God is. That's where my confidence comes from. My confidence doesn't come from my skill set. It doesn't come from who it is that I am personally as David. No, my confidence, guys, comes from me understanding who God is, okay? And I'm going to cover that here on this call, okay? And no one can fully understand who He is, but you can grow every single day in your knowledge of Him, okay? Now, the next is the belief that you have in others, okay? The belief that you have in others. Now, this right here, I would categorize this as leadership. You will not be able to lead other people unless you have a strong belief system about who they are. Now, my confidence in others, my confidence in other people, ladies and gentlemen, is also rooted in God, because I know that He is in them. Okay, I know that He is in them. So I know that once they tap into this source here, all right, there's nothing that they can't accomplish. All right, so those are the three sides to your belief system. So let's start here. Okay, let's start with understanding that. And I go to John 1:1. All right, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So that's a clear definition on who God is. All right, it says in Him was life. All right, and the life was the light of men. All right, and darkness couldn't comprehend it. Ladies and gentlemen, when you understand that God is Word, God is what is coming out of your mouth. The God in your life is exactly what is coming out of your mouth all the time. It's constantly creating. All right, it's constantly creating. Once I understood this, and I'm not going to go so much in depth with this tonight because I want to give you guys the code. I understood that, hey, my life, the foundation of my life, everything that's going to happen for me is going to start with me and my mouth. So life and death is in the power of your tongue. All right, so everything you're saying, all right, obviously first comes from a thought that you have. All right, and the moment you actually speak it, it goes into creation form. All right, and you look up and you look at your life, you say, well, how did I get here? All right, and I can promise you could trace it back to a thought that you have that became a process of thinking. You started thinking on that thought, you start speaking about it, and then now it starts to show up in your life, okay? Now, once you understand that, then you can have the self-confidence in His Word, all right? My confidence is in His Word. Whatever it is that He says in His Word about me, that's what I'm confident about. So when He says I'm the head and not the tail, I'm above and not beneath, all right, that confidence is not coming from me. It's coming from me understanding that that's what the Word says about me, all right? Now, also, I believe that because guess what? Your brother, your sister, right? The belief that I have in others, you have that same power. You have that same creative power that I have. Now, as a leader, what you want to do is be able to help people bring that out of themselves. And you can't do that without believing in them, all right? So that's just a little basic on belief right there, okay? Now, what is this code that we're talking about here? What is this code? Now, when I actually share this with you, all right, you're going to say, man, I've heard this before, but there's going to be something that's going to click. All right, there's going to be something that's going to click for you. I remember in 2008, I was given by Verna Martin. I don't know if Verna understands how much she's impacted my life. Wherever she is today in this world, Verna, I thank you so much for giving me this tape. It was 25 Secrets of Wealth Creation by Kevin Trudeau. And in there, he talked about the four basics, okay? And the four basics was, who do you listen to? And, you know, how teachable and coachable you are. And then he had the training balance scale. And then he had really the four phases of learning, all right? Now, I took that, and I call it the success balance scale, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, listen, whatever it is that you want to show up physically in your life, the success that you're looking for, the finances that you're looking for, the home, the business that you want, I'm telling you that it's going to first show up on the spiritual side. It first has to be created on the spiritual plane. There are two sides to success. You have the spiritual side of success, all right? And then you have the physical side of success. All right, now in my own personal belief, it is 90 to 99% spiritual. Success is 90 to 99% spiritual and 1 to 10% physical. All right, 1 to 10% physical. That's my belief system. All right, that's what I believe to be true when it comes to having success. So on the spiritual side here, it starts with your thoughts. Okay, I'm going to give you a bunch of words, all right, that have to do with you creating success on the spiritual plane. It starts with your thinking, all right? It also goes to your speaking. So what words are you actually using, okay? Your visualization, okay? Keep in mind, guys, all these things here are invisible. These are intangible things, all right? Intangible, all right? So the key word is in. These are things that people cannot see, all right, that create success, all right? Your visualization. So how are you feeling? All right, how are you feeling? What feelings do you have? The feelings of joy, the feelings of excitement, the feelings of enthusiasm, okay? The feeling of faith, okay? Being patient, all right? I think Bob Proctor said patience is not your ability to wait, but patience is your ability to have a great attitude while you're waiting, okay? So you're thinking. Also, here's a big one, your hearing. Okay, you're hearing. All right, what are you hearing, guys? What are you hearing on a constant basis? Because what you hear enters into your heart. When I give you guys the code, all right, I'm going to share with you how that very first step, how you can actually use your 5 senses to create what is necessary for it to get into your heart. And hearing is actually, in my opinion, the most important part to it. Okay, so you're hearing. So your thoughts, your thinking, the words, the visualization, the feelings that you have. You have to feel good. All right? Now, that doesn't mean that things are always going to be great. For you to feel good doesn't mean that everything is great. No, feeling good is a choice. All right? That is absolutely a choice that you must have to take. Say, hey, listen, regardless of what's going on in my life or what's great in my life, what's not great in my life, I'm going to feel good. All right? Because I know that how I feel is I'm attracting whatever it is into my life, okay? So these are just some of the words that you're going to understand when it comes to the spiritual side of success. Then obviously here, these are the skill sets that you would need to have. The skills, the techniques, okay? The strategies, all right? This is the work, okay? This is the physical work that it takes to create the success. But here's the deal. Your body, all right, will follow the mind. All right, so however how your mind feels, your body's going to follow it. So if you're out of whack here on the spiritual side, all right, and you have the wrong emotions, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to automatically affect your ability to work, all right, to work effectively. Because if you're feeling bad, or you've got the feeling of envy, or you got the feeling of jealousy, or you're depressed, or you're angry, guys, those things are going to impact your ability to work effectively. It's going to impact your ability to create the discipline, all right? Because in life, everything is just about repetition, right? If you're going to develop a skill or whatever it is that you're doing, it's about repetition. But what's going to cause you to do it over and over again is how you feel about what it is that you're doing, all right? How you feel about what it is that you're doing. So understanding this as well, all of this is leading up into the code, all right? And when I go over this with you, you're going to see that 90 to 99% of the code is completely spiritual, all right? And then the very last part is the physical side of things, all right? Now, let's go into what the code is, all right? Now, I got this a few years ago, okay? And I've continued to learn and continue to see more things, inside of this one verse here, okay? And it's Mark 11:24, okay? And I'll start a little bit. It says that Jesus answered, all right? So there was a question, and he answered the question. And he said, whatsoever things that you desire, all right? So that is part 1 to the code. He said, whatever it is that you desire. Some of you heard me talk about the success formula, all right? And it starts with desire. Well, the code is the same exact thing. He says, whatever it is that you desire. So if you're taking notes right now, what I want you to do, let's put this into action. I want you to write down, what do you desire for 2018? Okay? What is it that you desire for 2018? This is the first part of the code. Whatsoever ye desire, whatever it is, I don't care what it is. All right? It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how big. It doesn't matter how small. Whatever it is that you desire. All right? This is important. Whatever it is that you desire. So desire is part of the spiritual side of success as well. Because a desire is an obsession. Write that down. Desire is an obsession. It's a magnificent obsession. Desire is something, all right, how do I go about creating this desire? Now, if I have a desire, it means that I am focused on this. All right? It means that I'm constantly thinking about what I desire. It means that I'm constantly speaking, all right, about my desire. It means that I'm constantly seeing what my desire is. It means that I'm constantly hearing, all right, what my desire is. Remember the pyramid? I said the foundation was God. So how do I create this desire? Why is this so important for me to have this? Because of something he said. He said that David, and this, you got to personalize this for yourself. He said, David, I will give you the desires of your heart. All right? He didn't say I'll give you your desire. He said I'll give you the desire of your heart. So my job and your job is to make the transfer, to transfer your desire over to your heart. Okay? That is the biggest challenge that you will have. But when you understand how to do it, all right, it's just a process. The things that I want, the things that there's nothing, there's absolutely nothing on this earth that I know I can't get. Now, that may sound arrogant or that may sound crazy. No, it's not. Like, you know, a private jet, all right? When I create the desire for it, it will show up in my life. All right? The only reason why it hasn't shown up yet is because I have not placed a focus on it. All right? I've not been thinking about it enough. I haven't been speaking about it enough. I haven't been seeing it enough. All right? I haven't been hearing it enough. That's it. It's not that the jet's not there. There's an abundance of jets. Right? There are other people that have jets. Right? And I'm just using that as an example. Right? So here's the deal. If I'm focused on, I'm thinking about it, I'm speaking on it, I'm seeing it, hearing it, all right? Here's the deal. What's going to happen is there's going to be a feeling that needs to be created. Now, a feeling comes from what you are hearing. Just think about it. Whatever it is that you hear on a constant basis creates a feeling, right? Now, your mouth, your words, what's coming out of your mouth, it's the most powerful thing to you. It's your voice, right? It's really how God speaks to you. All right? So it says that whatever it is that I desire, remember he says, I'll give you the desires of your heart. All right? So whatever it is that I desire, that I get into my heart. How do I get it into my heart? I'm constantly focused on it. I'm thinking about it all the time. I'm speaking about it all the time. I'm seeing it all the time. Right? I've got a particular desire for my business right now. It's on me all the time. I'm constantly talking about it every single day. I'm speaking it. It's in my index card. And what happens is, because it's now a desire of mine, because it's now in my heart, because for the last year plus, I've been saying it every single day. I've been focused on it every single day. I've been thinking about it every single day. I've been speaking on it every single day. Whatever it is that hasn't shown up in your life first already is because you just haven't followed this process here. You just haven't created desire. You want it. You should, earn $1 million a year. You would like to earn $1 million a year, but is it really a desire of yours? Right? Is it really a desire of yours? And the reason why you can have the belief that you can have it is because he said that I will give you the desires of your heart. That's the foundation of this belief system here. The belief system that I have, right, when it comes to winning in business, is that he said, hey, I'm the head and not the tail. He said that I will give you the desires of your heart. He said, I will exceedingly and above and abundantly anything that I can ask or think. Get that? Anything that I can ask or think. When I ask, I'm opening my mouth. All right? I'm opening my mouth. So right here, I'm speaking it. So, he's actually going to do above what it is that I'm asking. All right? But that's where the confidence comes from. So I don't have the doubt. I only doubt when I know I'm not following this process here. All right? I only doubt something that's not a desire of mine. I'll just be honest with you. If it's not a desire of mine, then I know that I'm not following this process here. I'm not focused on it. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not speaking on it. Right? I'm not feeling it. Right? So you understand this process here, guys. I'm telling you, you get that desire in your heart. What's going to happen is the right situations, the right events, the right people. It's just gonna happen in your life. You're going to be like, wow, how did this take place? You won't ask that question because you'll know what it is that you're doing. Right? And you just be amazed at the goodness that's coming into your life. But you know what you did. See guys, it's so dangerous to have success at anything and you don't know what you did to get there. Right? You want to know what you did to get there. Right? And this is the process here that everybody goes through. All right? So you got to put this in action. All right? Because he said, whatsoever things ye desire, all right, when ye pray. All right? Now, there's two things that are happening. So step 2 to the code is when I pray. Whatsoever things I desire is one. How do I get it to be a desire? I've got to follow this process here. Now he says, whatsoever things I desire when I pray. So step number 2 to the code, please write this down, is when I pray. Now prayer doesn't necessarily mean I go in a corner and close my eyes. Prayer is a confession. All right, a prayer is a set of words that you repeat over and over and over again. Now, I'm a big student of Bob Proctor, and he came out with an affirmation years ago that has so much faith in it. That affirmation has so much faith in it because there's millions of people around the world that are speaking that one affirmation. All right, if you get that, all right, there's so much faith in that affirmation. There's so much faith in the word because millions of people, if not billions, have spoken that word, have spoken the word over and over and over again. So it's been heard. Faith comes by hearing. So that affirmation of I'm so happy and grateful now, when you look at my index card, that's what it says. It says I'm so happy and grateful now. Because what I'm looking to do is take my desire, all right, and let's say your desire is to earn $1 million, all right? So the desire is to earn $1 million, all right? And that's what I wanted you to write down whatever it is that you desire for 2018, whatever it is. So let's say that desire is $1 million. What I need to do is I need to create a prayer. I need to create an affirmation. I need to create an incantation. I need to create a set of words, all right, that gives me this before it shows up. All right? What do I mean? So when I'm speaking, all right, and when I'm praying, two things are happening. All right? So I have the desire, step 1. Step 2 is when I pray. Two things are happening when I'm praying. Two powerful things are happening. All right? Number 1, I am speaking. Okay? More importantly, number 2, I am hearing. All right? Now, to get it into my heart, all right? Look at this. Heart, you spell heart, the first 4 letters, okay, is here. To really get it in your heart, you got to hear it over and over and over again. All right? That's the process here. All right? So I'm so happy and grateful now. All right? I'm so happy and grateful now that I earn $1 million a year. All right? That was one of my affirmations years ago. I'm so happy and grateful now that I earn over $1 million a year. Whatever your desire is. All right? There has to be a set of words. If you don't have that, then it's not really a desire of yours. All right? You get that? If you say, I want to earn $1 million, I'm going to ask you, where's your index card? All right? I'm going to ask you, where's your set of words? All right? That's giving it to you right now. See, guys, also, watch this. The foundation of me doing this process here has to do with what the word says. What does the word say about writing things down? It says, write the vision, make it plain, so who sees it will run. Who sees it will run, because what you see determines how you feel. How you feel determines what it is that you do. All right, the action that you're going to take, the massive action that you're going to take in 2018 is going to be predicated on what it is that you're seeing. All right, I mean, the work ethic that we have is predicated on what it is that we see. If we don't see the vision, if we don't see the goal, ladies and gentlemen, the body can't follow what it can't see. You only move in the direction in which you can see. I'm telling you guys, I mean, this stuff really does work. All right? So the foundation of it is saying, hey, listen, he said, if I write the vision and I make it plain, all right, who sees it will run. right? And it says, if it tarries, though it may tarry, wait on it. It's not going to tarry because the vision cannot lie. So my confidence in me writing this down is knowing that my vision cannot lie. It can't lie. It can't come back void. Do you understand that? So when you write down what it is that you want for 2018, right, understand that when you write that down, what you wrote down can't lie. It has to come to pass. All right? It's come to pass. Come to pass means really past tense. The moment I wrote it down is when it actually happened. That is when it was actually created. All right? Because remember, success first starts on the spiritual side of things before it shows up. Listen, nothing can ever come out unless it was first in. Right? I couldn't go out of my house until I was first in my house. Does that make sense? So success can't come out until success is first on the inside of you. All right? Whatever goal or dream that you have has to be birthed on the inside of you. A woman gets pregnant, the baby is inside of her before the baby can come out. All right? Anything that shows up in the physical, ladies and gentlemen, first has to be on the inside. So if you're going to earn $1 million or whatever your goal that you wrote down for 2018, you have got to start the process of getting it on the inside of you first. All right? Once you get it on the inside of you, then it can actually show up. Then it can actually come out. And if it tarries, wait on it. It will not tarry because the vision cannot. You get that? So my confidence in me writing down my goals is knowing that my vision cannot lie. It's not because I'm great. It's not because I'm amazing. It's not because I'm perfect. It's not because of any of those things. It's because I've got a foundational belief that what it is that he said is that it's just what it's just done. It's just, he said it, so okay, I'm good. Well, then what about the time that it takes? I'm going to get to that because that's a big part of the code. All right. So I have the desire, whatever I desire. I know how to get that desire into my heart. Then I pray. All right. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am, right? I am $1 million earner. I'm a $5 million earner. I'm a $10 million earner. Right? I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a billionaire. Whatever it says, whatever you desire. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what it is. That's what's amazing about this. All that matters is that you go through the process of getting that desire transferred over to your heart. And I gave it to you how you do it. I'm focused on it. I'm thinking about it. I'm talking about it. Right? I'm hearing it all the time. I'm seeing it all the time. Guys, I'm telling you, in my home right now, I've got pictures of a 20,000 square foot house. In my closet, I've got a sign that says I earn over $1 million a month. I've had that sign for years. In my bathroom, I got a $5 million bill, right? It's a $5 million bill. Yeah, it's a $5 bill that I took a Sharpie and wrote 5 million on. Okay? And right now, based on what we average on a monthly basis, it's right at $5 million a year. Wow. Do you know when I put that $5 bill, that $5 million bill down? Years ago. I put that down maybe 2013. Now watch this. From 2013, I watched my income go backwards and go backwards and go backwards. Watch this, guys. The vision cannot lie. Whatever you write down, even if you write it on a $5 bill, it can't lie. It's what you see. I see it every day. Every time I brush my teeth, I see the $5 million bill right there. Okay? My maid, she'll move it, and then I have to move it back to where I can see it all the time. Right? But I saw my income drop. By $500,000, over $500,000 every single year. But I left the $5 million bill there. I didn't know how it was going to happen. It didn't look like it was going to happen. But the vision cannot lie. Do you get that? So that's the foundational. So yeah, you're going to have moments of frustration because you're human. But then when you remember, who you are, you remember what it is that you know. You remember this code right here. You can always go back to it and say, okay, I need to now start focusing on what it is that I want. I need to start thinking about what it is that I want. I start speaking what it is that I want. Most of us are speaking what it is that we have versus speaking what it is that we desire. All right? What is it that we want to see? All right? So step one, say what you desire. Now, this is not my answer. This is God's answer. All right? He says, and Jesus answered. All right? So this is not my code, so to speak. All right? It's his code. Whatever I desire, right, when I pray. So the type of prayer that you have is so important. Write this down. The type of prayer you have to have is a belief type of prayer. It is a belief type of prayer. It's not a doubt type of prayer. Hey, God, can you do this? God, it sure be nice for you to do this. You know, and you start, and you're praying, and you're asking him to do it, right? When he's already done it. So the prayer that I have is a prayer of, it's already done. So I'm so happy and grateful now. 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 That's part of the code. All right? So it says that with everything that I desire, when I pray, step 2, believe. All right? Now that's step 3. Believe. So when I pray, believe. So that means that the prayer that I'm praying has to be a belief type prayer. A belief type prayer says, I already have it. I'm so happy and grateful now. All right? There's no doubt in that prayer. It says, I'm happy and grateful. So here's the deal. The feeling, all right, the feeling that needs to be created for this code to work is a feeling of being happy and grateful. All right? Here's the deal. Whatever you're happy and grateful for is coming into your life. Okay? Whatever you're frustrated about, whatever you're angry about is actually moving away from you. All right? It's moving away from you, and that means that it's not giving you really what it is that you want. Whatever it is that you're angry about is moving away from you. Whatever you're grateful about is moving closer to you. All right? Get that. So, that prayer, that belief type prayer has to be one that is creating the happy and grateful feeling that you have. So, here's the big one though. All right? Here's the big part. All right? It said, let me make sure I'm good here. All right. Oh, it says rotate the phone. Okay. All right. I didn't rotate it. Sorry. All right. It said, whatever things that you desire when you pray. All right. Believe that you receive it. Believe that you receive it. All right. Believe that you receive it. All right. Believe that you receive it. That is another part of the code. Receiving it. All right. Now, I say I'm going to send you $1 million. Okay. You have a choice. You can believe that you receive it, or you can doubt that I'm going to do it. All right. So receiving something is completely spiritual. All right. Receiving something is completely spiritual, ladies and gentlemen. All right. It is completely spiritual. All right. Do this here. All right. It is completely spiritual. Let me turn this camera around. All right. When you believe, okay, that you've received something, there is going to be joy. There is going to be excitement. There is going to be enthusiasm. Believe that you receive it is celebrating it before it shows up. Believe that you receive it is thanking him before it actually shows up. Thanking him in advance. Thanking him in advance, ladies and gentlemen. This is the part of the code that most people miss. All right? This is part of the code where most people miss it. Whichever things that I desire, step 1. When I pray, step 2. Believe that I receive it. Believe that I receive it. I have received what I wrote down. I'm so happy and grateful now. I have received it already. Why? Because the prayer that I've been praying is I'm happy and grateful now. So it's all working together. It's all working together. If you truly understand this code here, it's all working together for your good. Believe that you receive it, and A and D. That is the challenging part for a lot of people. The and period. All right? The and period. The and period. All right? What are you doing during the and period? All right? Are you celebrating during the and period? Are you patient during the and period? Are you excited during the and period? Do you have a sense of expectation in the and period? Do you have the joy in the and period? All right. Do you have full confidence in the and period? All right. God gave Abraham a promise. All right. Gave him a promise, and it took him 27 years for that promise to come about because he had doubt. They call him the father of faith, but he had issues with doubting. And that's why God had to change what it is that he was seeing. You have to change what it is that you're seeing during the and period. All right? You're going to have to change what it is that you're confessing during the and period. The only thing that you should be confessing is, I'm so happy and grateful now. I'm thankful that what it is that I wrote down cannot lie. It can't lie. It cannot lie. Do you get that? It can't lie. It cannot lie. What I wrote down on that piece of paper cannot lie. Whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you desire. All right, when you pray, believe that you receive it and you shall have it. But guys, you've got to pay attention to what you're doing during the and period. Okay? What are you doing during the and period, ladies and gentlemen? Okay? What's going on during the and period? Are you excited during the and period? Are you anticipating in the and period? Can people feel your energy in the and period? Because all of that is all spiritual. The last part says, believe that you receive it and you will have it. So having it is the only physical part of this code. Right? And now it's in your possession. So receiving it can't be physical. Receiving it has to be spiritual, because he says that when you believe that you receive it, and then you will have it. And then you will have it. All right? And then you will have it. Right? That's the missing link right there. Right? So when you have a goal, ladies and gentlemen, when you have a desire, and it's really a desire, I gave you the steps to turning those things into making it into your heart. You're thinking about it all the time. You're focused on it. You're speaking on it. Right? You're seeing it all the time. Right? Guys, I'm telling you, what I would do when I have a goal, right? I would pull it out. I would figure out a way to get it in a picture format, and I would stare at the goal. I mean, I'm talking at a minute at a time, 2 minutes at a time. I would just stare at it and no distractions and just look right at it. Because I want to get it on the inside. I want to get it here. Because I know once I get it here, it's got to show up in the physical. Now he says, I'll give you the desires of your heart. So the moment I get it into the heart, man, it's a done deal. The people are going to show up. The situations are going to be right. The right events are going to take place. You know, the right people are going to come into my life. The wrong people will move out of my life. It's just how it works. It just is what it is. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to use this code to billionaire status. I'm going to use the code to that degree. Whatever things that I desire. When I pray, I believe that I receive it and I will have it. And in that and period, man, I'm going to celebrate. In that and period, I'm going to be excited. In that and period, I'm not going to get down or frustrated or angry or concerned about what it is that I see right now in the physical, because what I wrote down on paper is more real than what I see in the physical. Because what I see right now changes. It just changed again. What I see right now changed again. It'll never happen again. Right? The things that you see, they're temporal. The things that are not seen are eternal. So it's not really so much about what it is that I'm seeing. It's about the things that I can't see that are eternal. The things that are going to, those are the things that really come to pass. He told me the other day, a few months ago, he said, David, whatever day it happens, listen to this, please catch this. He said, whatever day it happens, it's going to be today. It'll be today. Right? So the goal that you have, that you're so worried about it not happening, it's going to happen when? Today. Because when it happened today. So whether that today is next week, next month, next year, doesn't matter. It's still, when it happens, it's still going to be what? Today. Today. That's what it actually happened. So I'm going to give myself that joy. The code is really giving myself the joy and the excitement of what it is that I say that I want, what it is that I desire. Okay, to have it with me now. I don't have to wait for it to show up in the physical for me to have the joy and the feeling of having it. I mean, I have a goal for a company that I'm with, and the timeline that I have for it is March 31st, 2018. Rotate your phone. All right, we're back on. All right, guys, I was just closing it out. We had some issues, technical difficulties there, but it's all good. Hopefully you got it, okay? But just to close it out, the last part of it, okay, when you believe that you receive it, and then you have it. The next verse says that when you stand praying, forgive. All right? That is the only thing that could stop this process from working for you. All right? Is not forgiving. All right? So in 2017, all right, you make the decision that whoever, okay? Let's see here. And you guys know I'm not the most technically sound. All right. You make the decision that whoever it is that you need to forgive, that you go ahead and do that. Okay? That you go ahead and do that. Just go ahead and forgive and move on. All right? Because that's the only thing that can stop this code for working from you. All right? So, guys, appreciate you so much for coming on. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but obviously it will be posted, and you guys can go back and rewatch it. From time to time, I'll come on and share more insight on this, because there's so much more that has to do with believing. This is a topic that you can talk about, train on for years, okay? And we're going to continue to do that. So appreciate you guys so much. Share it with other people. Remember the code. Whatsoever things you desire, when you pray, believe that you receive it, and you shall have it. All right? Love you guys. See you soon.